Hello there, my name is Tanks. Today we're gonna learn how to set up a SAMP server upon scripting. I highly recommend you learn a bit of C++ before you watch these tutorials, but still you're not gonna lose anything since I will keep it as simple as possible. Alright, so the very first thing you're gonna do is just go inside the Google, if I can write it, and download the SAMP. Oh, wait, download SAMP server. Yeah, and this is a SAMP server source file. This is the client, which is this basically for every player, and this is the server file. Since we're using Windows, we're gonna use this one and download it. I will leave the link in the description. You can download that. I've already downloaded it and it's here, so you're just gonna extract it and see what's inside. Right. Well, this is the basic folders of a SAMP server. The filter script and the game mode is where you hold your scripts. Pono is the folder of your compiler and the includes of your compiler, of course. Script files is a folder including all the files you will be including in your script. Right, and yeah, that's it. So this is the app you can open your server with. If you just open it up, you will see that the server doesn't open, and the reason is the password isn't default and you did not change it. Alright, but as a developer, anytime you face such a thing, I mean like your server is not opening, what you're gonna do is just go inside the server log and see well, the error is your password must be changed. Alright, so you're just gonna open this and well, change this password and save it. Ctrl S to save it. We can download VS Code as an editor since we're gonna use it a lot from now on for the compiler or anything. Right, these are the stuff. RCM password is a password you use for the to log in into the server as an admin. Make sure you have a strong password if you are running a server. Max player is just the max amount of players can join. Port is a 4-digit port number. You're gonna see what is it later. Host name, for example, we're gonna set it server names to let you see. Game mode is name of the game of the script. Filter scripts are just bunch of names of the filter scripts you added in this folder. We don't want to talk about the chat log. Just something. If you set it to 1, once a player chats something in the game, it will be saved in server log. That would be good if you want to save your log. Web URL is the URL down there. For example, server URL to let you see how does that look. We don't want to talk about this now. Max NPC is the max amount of NPC can join the server. I recommend you put it as much as NPCs you have, not even more. Right, so that's it basically. And once you just did, we can open the server and you can open your SAMP, and that is our server. Well, the way to add this server to this server list is just clicking this localhost column. The port number you had, the port number we had here was this. Just copy it and paste it. Alright, if we just set it to anything, you need to put it after the column, and that's it. The server URL we wrote is here, you see, and this is quite simple. All this stuff, and the game mode running is the default game mode of SAMP, which is not gonna be quite useful. So what we're gonna do is just remove all the filter scripts now, and go ahead and make our own game mode. So why did I open that? Yeah. Pono is the compiler you're gonna use to compile your codes, and it's quite useful, but not actually as an editor, but as a compiler. Later we're gonna use VS Code to edit our codes, but still this is gonna be our compiler. Alright, so what you're gonna do is just make a new a script, right? I will keep it simple. This is the comment. This is the way you write a comment. You just put double slash and type anything you want, and this is going to be a comment, and this is not going to be running in your code. And it says uncomment the line below if you want to write a filter script. So if you are making a filter script, you're gonna make this like this, so the code is not a comment anymore, the line I mean, and it's running now if you compile it. Otherwise it's not running now and it's counted as a comment. Alright, so we want to keep it as a game mode now, and the main, we're gonna say this is our first game mode. Alright, so that's it. Just hitting Control S every time, my bad. Right, you can just save your script by holding Control S, right, and come inside the folder and game modes, and for example what it does, I don't know, new, yeah, new would be good. Save, yeah. Add player class, we're just gonna talk about that these public things you see are called a callback. A callback is a function that is called when player does something. These are notifiers. For example, when a player connects to the server, anything that you put here, any code you put here will be run. When a player disconnects, any code you put here will be running, same as here on player spawn. They are all simple to understand. On vehicle, once a vehicle gets destroyed, and on player leave a checkpoint, the red checkpoints are, which are just like ticking, I don't know how to explain them. On player streaming, once you see a player, once you don't see a player anymore, a vehicle and all this stuff. On player click play is when you click tab to see the player list and you click on a player. Right, so what we're gonna do now is firstly just opening this simple game mode and showing you how it is. Well, anytime you do an edit in your script, you need to compile it using this, and well, it is saved there. Now what we're gonna do, wait, I've opened the script, the compiler twice. Right, so you're just gonna open this config file and put your game mode to new. Right, as you know, we just put the name to new here, and we just remove the rest. We don't need them anymore. Well, we're gonna run the server. The server is running. This is our first game mode. We're gonna open SAMP and just run it. I recommend you not having any kind of mods, but while you are debugging, since you're gonna restart and close and open alt tab a lot, so you're gonna get crashed. So it's just up to you, but try to have a GTA which is not causing any problem for you while you are debugging. Well, this is us spawning here. Now let's try to do something in the game. Right, for example, I did not like the starting position. Alright, so I want the player to start from here. Right, now on the map you have an X, Y, actually this is Y, this is X, and a Z, which is actually in depth, and you don't see it on, since it's a two directional map. Anyways, I want the player to start from here, right, or anywhere else. I will do a save to save the position, and I'll just close the server now. What we're gonna do is just go inside our game mode, open it up with compiler, of course, open it using inside the game modes folder where you saved it. This is our game mode which we saved. And what you're gonna do is, just once a player spawn, you want to set player position, player ID. Right, so we're gonna be asking how I'm getting this function. You're gonna go inside Google and look for set player location, for example SAMP. So this is the function we use, set player pose. Right, this is how you set a player's position. You copy the function, put it here, and it has 4 parameters. It gets player's ID to set position, the floats x, the y and z, the x, y and z of the place which you want the player to be located. Right, so for example, we just save the position we wanted, so we're just going inside our documents here, SAMP, save positions. This is gonna be our position. Alright, this is x, this is y, this is z, and this is the angle. We don't want to talk about angle yet, so we just put the x, y and z here, and this semicolon, which is a syntax, anytime you write any code, at the end of the code you need to select, you need to type semicolon. This is how C++ works, if you know. Otherwise, just put that after any function you write, and you're gonna be good with that as you just try. Right, so we just set the player's position, but the thing is, we did not set player's angle. Right, so what we're gonna do is just going back, set player angle SAMP again. Set player facing angle is the function we need to use. Right, set player facing angle. We're gonna go back inside the compiler and type that. What it gets as a function is the ID of the player and the angle. So we just pass the angle and the player ID. This was the angle we've saved, player ID and the angle. Well, at the very last thing, we need to set the player's camera behind player. Set camera behind player ID. Well, if I just comment this and let it not run and compile this code, what's gonna happen is not here. Alright, let's open this server and see how that works. Yes. Well, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be like facing your character while you spawn. You're not looking straight. You're just gonna see what I mean. Right, so you click spawn and you see how you look. You're not like this. You're like this. This is not what I want. So we want to set the camera behind the player, not in front of the player, right? So you're gonna do set camera behind player and compile it. And you don't need to close server every time. What you're gonna do from now on is go inside the server, rcon, log in. The password you set, I set the password as 1234, and this is the password now. We're logged in, and now rcon gmx, next game mode. And since we have only one game mode, this is just gonna restart the server, right? You see, now we're not like this anymore. We're like this. All right, this is the very first thing you're gonna do, and you see how simple it is. Now you're gonna. That's really annoying. Don't want that. Right, so what you're gonna do now is just making a few commands, right? So for example, we want to spawn a vehicle, like for example type bullets, and we want a bullet in front of us. And also, for example, we want a jetpack, jetpack, these two. Alright, what we're gonna do is just go down here. Alright, so in order to add commands, you can use these parts, right? And for example, it's what's doing is this callback is called, and these codes are called once a player runs a command in the game, right? Like this, like jetpack and anything, right? That's it. This function calls when you do that, right? And it passes both your ID and the text you sent. So it compares str string compare these and sees if the command takes uinter and this was the same, it's going to do something, right? So what you're gonna do, for example, is if you just compare the string with jetpack, right? If the command text was something like this, the way to give the player jetpack, set player special action of player ID, and I think 2 is the action of jetpack, I suppose. Let me go and see. So player, oh my god, special action SAMP. Yeah, open it up. All right, special actions. There are a few. If I can open it, please. Oh my god, be fast. Really? Oh yeah, thanks god. Yeah, as you see, 0 is for example none, jetpack, dance, hands up, use cell phone, sitting, stop, use cell phone, and all this stuff you can use like that. For example, anything, just anything. So 2 is jetpack, and we did the semicolon, right? I'll read some. So if the command was that, and if it was not, once we want to check if it was not, we put something like this, else, right? Otherwise, again we check, right? All this stuff again, we just type it here. Again we check if comparison of the text he entered and a bullet was 0, I mean they were equal, the command on this, what we want to do is just give him a bullet. The way to give him a bullet is quite simple. We're going to create a vehicle, create vehicle, right? Create vehicle SAMP. This is the function we're gonna use, right? So as you see, it gets a few parameters. Vehicle type, the model. You're gonna look for bullet. I think bullet was something like 541, but still you can do a double check. SAMP vehicle models, right? So it says you can actually even try this, but it was quite weird, so I did not insert. If you just look for Control F to search bullet, yeah, that's it, right? You see the vehicle model ID. So we pass the model ID of 541 and the location. Well, now we want the location of the vehicle, the rotation of the vehicle, the angle, the colors, and respawn delay, and this, which we don't want to talk about, still just useless. So we're gonna type them one by one. So now we have the vehicle model, but we don't have the place. How are we gonna get the place is firstly making like a variable. Well, a variable is like having a glass, and you're just gonna fill it, right? So we're gonna have 3 glasses, right, to fill with our x, y, and z, or also 4, because we're gonna have our facing angle too. What we're gonna do is just float player pose, right, in an like, so we want to have 4, right? That is how you make it, and you put a new behind it in this language, Python language. So you make a new of type float, because this is like a number like this, right? This is a float when you have such a number. If you have like this is like this is an integer, but this is a float, right? You see 1.5, 100, for example, or anything, just that's float. And the positions are in type of float, as you see. So that's it. We make it, and we get the player position and fill it into this variable. Get player pose. This time, instead of set player pose, get the player position of player ID. So the way to get the player position, we just go inside Google, get player location, just to show you how to find these functions. SAMP, of course. You see, that is like that. You just call this function and pass player's ID, and it will put the player's X and Y and Z. So player ID, player pose 0. Right, when you make something like this, right, the way to access them is like this, and right, so you made 4 variables, right, and these are gonna be like 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So you made 4 since it starts from 0. This is going to be player pose 0, player pose 1, player pose 2, right? So we put Z inside here, X actually inside here, Y inside this one, and Z inside this one, and get player facing angle of player ID, and we put that into the last one, right? So we use these 3 to get X, Y, and Z, and the last one to get the angle. All right, so now we have these. What we're gonna do is just now we get the player's position and give it to the vehicle, so now it knows where to spawn. 0, we get X, Y, Z, and angle, and the colors I think was rotation colors. Colors are just like this. You can just look for, wait, it's downloading. All right, yeah, the way to choose color is really simple. I don't know, maybe this would be good. 47, or maybe why did this, right? All this way waiting for 1, right? White is the best color, trust me. And respawn delay. The delay until the car is respawned without the driver in seconds. Right, as you leave the vehicle, it takes, for example, 5 minutes. Right, 5 minutes to respawn. And that's. And now if you just compile. Right. So that was simple, I think. I hope you understand what happened, but we're not gonna always use this. Just telling you. What we're gonna do is ask you and restart again. I've just gave you an explanation of how that system works. Jetpack. You see now? You got a jetpack. Yeah. And let's see how the bullet works. I do like bullets. Bullet. Alright, here's a bullet. Well, it's not how it should be, honestly. Alright, it's fine now. Okay, let's go. That is how you do this, basically. And yeah. The functions are quite complicated as you start, but it makes more sense as you keep learning and coding. Of course, this is not the way you communicate to people. The language of computers might be quite complicated to you, but if you have been coding before, this should be quite simple. Alright, so this is how we do it. And now I want to give you an easier way to not do all these, because it might be quite complicated for you. Comparison of these and the text, but it's simple. It's just saying if what he typed was same as these, just do this. But we're gonna do something else. We're gonna do something else and teach you how to use include. Right, using includes always makes your job simple. Right, so download Z command right? This is what we're gonna use. And the includes have this tag I and C at the end, right? This is not useful for us, neither these, neither these, neither none of this, but this one. Open it up and download it. Right, and rename it, since I've already downloaded that. Just want it to be like this. And it says how to use it. It says go inside your code and go all above and type what? This includes the command, like this, right? And then the way to use it is like this. Well, I do want to have anything organized. Commands, right? So this is how you do it. You just type, for example, cmd now bullet player id and palms. Yeah, if I can type return. Well, you're gonna later use VS Code, and this is gonna autocomplete the codes, and you're not gonna be annoyed like this. So you don't need to type this code anymore. You're just gonna copy that here. Oh, we didn't. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's very good. Just want to have it all back. Wait, I think. No, I'll hit insert by mistake. Again, yeah. That is how you do it now. So now if you want to make a CMD, you don't do that hard stuff anymore. You just do this and do a jump, for example. Player ID, perms, return, from basically. Oh my god. Right. So now, for example, you want to jump. What you're gonna do is, again, you need a few glasses to put your position in, but this time 3, because you don't want to deal with angle anymore. You get your position, right? And guess what? You after that, you just do the same, but this time set your position. And what this does is it gets your position, and it sets your position X, Y, and Z as the last one, but your Z will be plus, for example, 10, to let you know. So you're gonna be on your position again, but with a higher Z, right? Oh, there's an error. All right. Cannot read from file Z command. The reason is, as you just include something up here, you need to have the file included in the compiler folders. What you're gonna do is just go inside the folder of your server, inside compiler and inside include, and put this include file, Ctrl X to cut it, and Ctrl V to paste it. And now if you just go ahead and run it, what's gonna happen is this: you are good to go. And we're gonna come here and just basically remove them fully and compile it again. This is all good to go. ASEAN GMX. So now you see that making a command is way easier than before, because of the includes and plugins and anything we can use. And I recommend you using includes as much as you can, because you don't need to just be hardworking to do stuff like that. You just need to have the things done, right? No matter how hard or how easy. So now do a bullet, and you see, and do a jump. Ooh, right, we fly, and yeah, that's it. That's basically how you do it. I think there's not much else to explain in this tutorial, since that was just setting up and all this stuff. I think I can How few details about position of the start. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just get the jetpack. Oh wait. Jetpack. It's not working. Oh wait, I did not add that too. I moved it but did not add it here. Anyways. When you see when you start, right? ASEAN GMX. When you start the game, you like you guys see what I mean. You're like here. But what if you don't want to be here? Maybe for example you want to be here, right? Here, save it, and looking at these flowers, these cute flowers. Oh wait, how cute. Yeah, just save them. Oh wait, save them, save the both position. You can actually have something like this. It takes after that the look position, and come here and just type save start position. All right, so that's gonna help you understand what's happening. And so the documents, SAMP, save positions, these are things we wanted. So add player class is a thing which can be quite helpful. That is what it does. So you can just copy that and you're gonna be starting from there. But I want to show you something else. On player spawner, yeah, on player request class, right? So it sets player position to this place. You can actually set your position here. Alright, set player camera position and looking at position. So the camera position is going to be this, right? And the looking position is going to be where you're looking at, right? Now if you just compile it again and run your server, ASEAN GMX, right, this is going to be changed, and I will be showing you how to add a password system. And I think it's too early to tell you how to use database. Yeah, you see, we're looking at these cute flowers and we're here. Right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you need anything, if I can help you making that, and I will actually do my best to help you. And if there's any system you want, just let me know. And I guess that's enough. Take care and goodbye.